Hello. Hello, I'm the J-Man Movie Buzz with today's movie review. Here's the first one. Mental with Toni Collette, Evelyn Lapalli, Rebecca Gibney, Liv Schreiber. Here's the synopsis. Toni Collette reunites with the director of Muriel's Wedding in this wild and inspiring comedy about being true to yourself. Shaz Collette is a larger-than-life free spirit who is hired by a local politician, Anthony LaPaglia, to watch his 5 particular daughters. With her unconventional attitude, Shaz gleefully sets to work transforming the girls into proudly unique individuals. But when a mysterious shark hunter, Liv Schreiber, throws a twist in her plans, it's up to the girls to change their destiny and find their own happy ending. The next one is for Captain Cinderella, the movie. Here's the synopsis. Pack your bum bag, neck pillow, designer knockoffs, and tummy ease, and take off with the foxy morons of Fountain Lakes for a jet-set adventure that will create international headlines and cause diplomatic headaches. This could be the scandal that brings down the EU. The gang all head to the exotic, yet not at all affluent kingdom of Papilloma on Italy's heel, where a stroppy princess gets the royal wedding she always dreamed about. A certain hornbag gets bedazzled and duped by an unscrupulous king and his petulant page. And a dark and mysterious secret finally comes out of the closet. A huge box office smash. This globe-trotting movie takes your favorite television characters and gives them the big screen treatment they deserve. Imagine Kath in surround sound, Kim in widescreen, Prune with subtitles, and Sharon in Technicolor. Treats to read and all aboard for a ritzy fairy tale of fashion, passion, revolution. Yes, this is. Next one is Parker with Jason Statham and Jennifer Lopez. Here's the synopsis. Parker is a thief who has an unusual code. Parker is a thief who has an unusual code. He doesn't steal from the poor and hurt innocent people. He is asked to join 4 other guys, one of whom is related to a known mobster. They pull off the job flawlessly, and Parker wants to part ways with them. But because he refused to join them for another job, they try to kill him. He's left for dead in a river ditch, but somehow finds him and he is still alive and takes him to the hospital. No, left for dead in a river ditch, but someone finds him and he is still alive and takes him to the hospital. After recovering, he sets out to get back at the ones who tried to kill him. Another one of his codes. He learns where they are and poses as a wealthy Texan looking to buy a house. So he hires a realtor, Leslie Rogers, to show him around. He is actually trying to find out where they're holed up. And when he finds it, he sets out on his plan to get them. But when they learn he is alive, they contact the mobster to take care of him. Here's the disc. The next one is Playing for Keeps with Gerard Butler, Colin Zeta-Jones, Jessica Biel. Here's a synopsis. Gerard Butler, Jessica Biel, Uma Thurman, Catherine Zeta-Jones, and Dennis Quaid star in Playing for Keeps, a romantic comedy about a charming, down-on-his-luck former soccer star, Butler, who returns home to put his life back together. Looking for a way to rebuild his relationship with his son, he gets roped into coaching the boys' soccer team. In the process, he realizes that he still loves his ex-wife, Bill, and will do anything to get his family back. Here's the disc. Next one is The Paperboy, Zac Efron and Nicole Kidman. A sexually and racially charged film noir from Oscar-nominated director Lee Daniels, Precious, The Paperboy takes audiences deep into the backwaters of steamy 1960s South Florida. An investigative reporter, Ward Jansen, Matthew McConaughey, and his partner, Yardley Ackerman, David Oloyo, chase a sensational career-making story with the help of Ward's younger brother, Zac Efron, and sultry death row groupie, Charlotte Bliss, Nicole Kidman. The pair tries to prove violent swamp dweller Hilary Van Welter, John Cusack, was framed for the murder of a corrupt local sheriff. Based on the provocative best-selling novel by Pete Dexter, Mulholland Falls Rush, The Paperboy peels back a sleepy, small-town, decades-old facade of Southern gentility to reveal a quagmire of evil as dark as a Florida bayou. Here's the disc. Next one is Oz, the Great and Powerful, with James Franco, Mila Kunis, Rachel Weisz, and Zach Braff from TV Scrubs. Here's a synopsis. Disney's fantastical adventure, Oz the Great and Powerful, from the director of the Spider-Man trilogy, follows Oscar Diggs, James Franco, small-time circus magician with dubious ethics. When Diggs is hurled away to the vibrant land of Oz, he thinks he's hit the jackpot until he meets three witches, Mila Kunis, Rachel Weisz, and Michelle Williams, who aren't convinced he's the great wizard everyone's expecting. Reluctantly drawn into epic problems facing Oz and its inhabitants, Oscar must find out who is good and who is evil before it's too late. Putting his magical arts to use through illusion, ingenuity, and even some wizardry, Oscar transforms himself into the great wizard and a better man as well. Here's the disc. The next review is 21 and Over with Skylar Aston from the movie Pitch Perfect, and Miles Teller from Project X, and Footloose with what's the name? And Footloose. Here's the synopsis. From the writers of The Hangover comes a reckless and raunchy comedy 21 years in the making. On the day before a critical interview, straight-A college student Jeff Chang gets a surprise visit from his two best buds to celebrate his 21st birthday. In no mood to party, Jeff finally agrees to a single drink, which quickly leads to an epic, over-the-top, out-of-control night filled with beer pong, smoking hot co-eds, and one angry buffalo. Can Jeff's friends get their plastered pal cleaned up in time for his morning appointment? It's worth a shot. Here's the disc. The next one is movie 43 with nearly everyone in Hollywood. From the twisted minds of producers Peter Farrelly, Hall Pass, Shallow Hal, and Charles Wessler, There's Something About Mary, Dumb and Dumber, comes movie 43, the outrageous new ensemble comedy starring some of the biggest names in Hollywood. Movie 43 is not for the easily offended and contains jaw-dropping, sometimes shockingly disturbing but always entertaining intertwined storylines that will have to see to believe. Here's the disc. Next one is Jack the Giant Slayer with About a Boy's Nicholas Hoult, also in the movie Warm Bodies with Teresa Palmer and Dave Franco. See if I can read it. Acclaimed filmmaker Bryan Singer brings to the screen an amazing new take on the classic fairy tale. Jack the Giant Slayer relates the brave exploits of Jack. Nicholas Hoult is a poor young farmhand who unwittingly reopens a gateway between the human world and a fearsome race of giants. Centuries ago, the giants were defeated in a fierce battle with humans, then banished to their remote sky kingdom. But when Jack accidentally causes an enormous beanstalk to take root, and his beloved Princess Isabel is delivered into the clutches of the bloodthirsty giants. Now, with the help of the king's military commander, Ewan McGregor, this unlikely hero gets a chance to become a legend in this thrill-packed epic filled with high-flying action and pulse-pounding adventure. Here's the disc for Jack the Giant Slayer. Next one is Knife Fight with Rob Lowe from TV's West Wing. Here's a synopsis. If a political candidate is personally flawed but stands to make a positive difference in millions of lives, would you help him win? That question looms over the life of true believer Paul Turner, Rob Lowe, a savvy strategist, stubbornly manoeuvring politicians out of scandal and into public office. With the help of a bright young assistant, Jamie Chung, and a seedy operative, Richard Schiff, Turner spins every news cycle and a shrewd reporter, Julie Bowen, on behalf of his clients, a philandering Kentucky governor, Eric McCormick, a blackmailed California Senator, David Harbour, and an idealistic daughter turned gubernatorial candidate, Carrie Ann Moss. When the ugly side of Turner's work begins to haunt him, he learns that even in the bloodiest of battles, sometimes you have to fight clean. Here's the disc. Next one is Parental Guidance with Bette Midler and Monster University's Billy Crystal. It's a synopsis. Old school grandfather, Artie, Billy Crystal, who is accustomed to calling the shots, meets his match when he and his eager-to-please wife, Diane Bette Midler, agree to babysit their 3 grandkids when their Type 8 helicopter parents, Marissa Tomei, Tom Everett Scott, go away for work. But when 21st century problems collide with Artie and Diane's old-school methods of tough rules, lots of love, and old-fashioned games, it's learning to bend and not bend. It's learning to bend and not holding your ground that binds a family together. Here's the disc for parental guidance. Next one is Stoker with Mia Wasikowska, Nicole Kidman, Matthew Good, Jackie Weaver. Here's a synopsis. Do not disturb the family. Following the tragic death of her father on her 18th birthday, India Stoker, Mia Wasikowska, meets Charlie, Matthew Good, her Clarimistic uncle she never knew existed. When Charlie moves in with India and her unstable mother, Nicole Kidman, both are drawn to his charming demeanor, but it seems beyond clear that his arrival was no coincidence, and that the shocking secrets of his past could affect India's future or shatter it completely. Here's the disc for Stoker. The second last one is Bullet to the Head with Sylvester Stallone from Rocky and The Expendables 1 and 2. And Jasmine Moore from Conan the Barbarian, Christian Slater. Here's a synopsis. When their respective partners are viciously murdered, a New Orleans hitman, Sylvester Stallone, and a young Washington, D.C. cop, Sean Kung, put aside their differences and combine their talents in order to bring down a common enemy. This high-stakes investigation takes the unlikely duo from New Orleans back alleys all the way to the city's most powerful and dangerous. Together, the two plan to bring down anyone who stands in their way to get revenge. Here's the disc for Bullet to the Head. And the last one for tonight is The Guilt Trip with Seth Rogen and Barbara Streisand. Here's a synopsis. Get ready for one mother of a road trip. Andy Brewster is about to embark on the road trip of a lifetime. And who better to accompany him than his overbearing mother Joyce? After deciding to start his adventure with a quick visit at Mom's, Andy's guilted into bringing her along for the ride. Along 3,000 miles of ever-changing landscape, he is constantly aggravated by her antics, but over time he comes to realize that their lives have more in common than he originally thought. His mother's advice might end up being exactly what he needs. Here's the disc. So the movies I reviewed tonight are The Guilt Trip, Bullet to the Head, Stoker, Parental Guidance, Knife Fight, Jack the Giant Slayer, Movie 43, 21 and Over, Oz the Great and Powerful, The Paperboy, Playing for Keeps, Parker, Captain Cinderella the movie, and Mental. I'm the J-Man saying bye!